guys, welcome back. So this is Do They Think of Me? We're going to do deck 1 and deck 2. Do they think of me? So think about you, think about them. Let's get your mutual energy, merge it together, and then we'll go for it. Do they think of me? Deck 1. I think that was 1. Number 2. I'm trying to remember the names of them now. The one I can't say. Sasso Rubiato. Naked Heart. Got ya. Okay. Can you tell me, please, those that picked deck number 1, can I get into my beautiful collective's energy, please, for those that have picked deck number 1? My hair's still dead light at the moment. It's going to go, hopefully it'll go grey again soon. It's got like a pink tint. It's still purple too. Everyone says to me, you change your hair so often. I'm like, I know. But all my feathers put back in. And my hair's just a mess. My hairdresser's used to me though. Right, can you get into your, think about your person please. Can I get into my collective's person for deck number 1? The mutual energy of their people. Okay. Can I get into their thoughts, feelings, emotions, thought processes, actions, overall feelings, energy? Thanks. 2. 3. And this is why I'm going to get arthritis. Okay. After 8 years, it starts to wear on your hands. Okay, can you tell me please, does their person, my collectors that picked deck number 1, does their person think of them? Do they think of them? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, thanks, 8, 9, okay. Okie dokie. Yes, okay. They do. Just looking at me oracle cards. I'm going to get 2 of these for you. So those that haven't seen these yet, these are pretty crazy. They've got lovely energy to them. Back of them is beautiful. Front of them, they're like alien based, but their energy is so nice. So let's just get 2 of these for you. Oh, my guys just said 3. So now 3 for those that have picked up 1. 1. Do they think of them? 2, 3. Okay. So yes, they do think of you is the answer to your question. They are at this point in time being logical about the situation though. They're trying to think of it from a self-protecting point of view. They are hiding in the bushes without telling you their true emotions. They're feeling like everything is kind of turning and changing around them, but they can't seem to focus on what it is that is in front of their very eyes. They're feeling shrouded by fear as well, I'm hearing. Fear is playing a massive part of them. So all these little butterflies that are all around them is them hiding, and it's also all these fears that are kind of rising up to the surface, and they're just kind of poking their head out of it to see what you're up to see what's going on. So they are thinking of you, but it's more from a logical perspective at the moment. They're trying to keep balanced on their emotional side of it with the blues, trying to keep balanced on that. They're also balancing themselves in communication if you're not in contact. They're going around in circles with that. If you're not in contact, they're thinking, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Again, protecting their hearts with it in the middle, with their pentagrams in the middle. They're moving towards you, but it's very backwards and forwards at the moment, but you are in their thoughts. With regard to communication, it's backwards and forwards. The spiritual side of it is pushing it through with the spiritual colours at the top, and then the tail end is where all the fears start rising and they start going round more that way. Sorry, they start going round in circles about it. So your ones. Those of you that are manifesting, your manifestations are working. You've got abundance up here as well. If you haven't been manifesting, watch them. sorry. Watch the manifesting video that I've done. It's linked in all the descriptions, so have a look at that. That might help you along. If you need a manifesting plan as well, let me know, because they're turning out trumps at the moment. But things are moving forward. If you are manifesting, they are thinking of you. You're also, with the manifestations, when you are manifesting, you are thinking of them. And those of you with the more spiritual relationships, there's an element of telepathy going on. Those of you that aren't in spiritual relationships, it tends to be that when you think of someone, if it kind of comes out of the blue and you suddenly think, oh my God, they're suddenly in my thought process, that's because they have been mirroring that energy onto you. So they are thinking of you in around about this 5-minute time frame of that. So just be aware of that as well. A lot of you are still clinging on to the situation as well. I'm being told, tell you there isn't a card for that. They're just saying that you need to make sure that you are trying to release it more if you want to let it go. Some of you are being their people are being stubborn about it. Your people are being stubborn about it. Again, with the logical side of things, they're acting without thinking it through. Their thoughts are with you, but they're not willing to, a lot of them aren't willing to make action at the moment, and it feels like you're stuck in this cycle. And they are stuck in this cycle in their thoughts. So whereas they are thinking about you, there isn't any particular movement going on within the thought processes. Now that doesn't mean that actions aren't going to do anything different. Remember, thoughts and feelings are two separate things, but if they're thinking of you, yes they are, but they're not coming up with any solutions. That's the gist of it. At the moment, they're paddling up an uphill hill. This can also be my little third-party followers, and those of you that the person is with someone else. It doesn't mean that they aren't thinking of you. They are just paddling uphill. They're going upstream. They're not realising that they should turn around and go with the flow and not fight the energies. They're trying to see it from different perspectives, but they only ever really think of themselves. They're weighed down with things. They pay attention to, they take on other people's energy as well. So a lot of you are subconsciously sending them energy as well, which is also weighing them down. So if you can just try and reel that in a little bit. Some of you that are sending healing, rather than sending healing, send them like a rose gold. That's why my room is full of rose gold. It's all unconditional love. Send them some rose gold kind of energy instead, because they would rather feel that from you than healing, because the healing is going to just weigh them down when they don't really know what they want. You have got love over here, so the thoughts are towards love. They know there are choices and decisions that need to be made with judgment. They're hanging on to the situation with the Four of Pentacles. They're kicking their feet up as well with the Youth of Pentacles over here. So they're being quite stubborn. There is slow movement. Knight of Pentacles, this is him on his butt. He's a bull this time, not a rabbit or a sheep or whatever else we've had. Love is at the forefront, so they are thinking of you. They're just trudging along a little bit, knowing there's a choice and decision, and they're just clinging on to the situation. So they are thinking of you, definitely. They are still in love with you. In love with you also with the Mother of Cups. What's happening is they are having this period of growth and introspection. I've just heard. I don't know what introspection means, but Spirit just said it really clearly. So they're going in on themselves and being told to tell you. Going in on themselves and working it all out, peeking their heads out, seeing what's going on. A lot of them is checking your social media as well to just see what's going on in your situation. A lot of them will be getting in touch with your friends to find out what you are up to. But they do think of you. They do think of you, and it is heart-centered emotions. And there is also a little bit of, some of them have got a little bit of, this isn't all of you, but you know, you're collective. It's always split into different parts because it's your strongest mutual energy. Some of them are bitter. Some of them have got resentment. Some of them feel that they are not good enough. And some of them are just hiding, just not sure what to do about it. But that's their energy. But yeah, so they're having this period of growth, love and abundance. Your manifestations are working. Keep manifesting the outcome that you want, not that you don't want. And the situation will shift with your Knight of Pentacles. It's nice to see that he is back. We haven't seen him for a little while. It's all been moons up until now. We've gone through a stage of moons, the moon card. Now we're back at the Knights by the looks of it. So we're going back to movement again, but again, slow, steady movement. There is movement though. movement within their thought processes. When we're asking if they're thinking about you, they are going to turn it around once they get out of this looping cycle, that blue card with the fishes going around. Once they get out of that, that communication can come forward. A lot of them will tell you how they feel as well. Some of them will still hide from that, so not all of you in the collective. Some of them will be hiding from it, but a lot of them will actually say to you, I've missed you. So that's quite cute too. And that's deck number 1. So let's do number 2 of the deck I can't spell, Sasorubiato. I love my niche tarot cards. I love them. What am I on? 10 and 9. I'm going to get into my deck 2s. Collective energy, please. Throwing the ring out. Deck 2s, collective energy. Are they thinking of you? Okay, think of your person. Can I get into their thoughts, feelings, emotions, thought processes, overall energy, actions, theoretical moments, movements, thought processes, yada, 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 yada. Deck 2. Someone who is watching has got really bad back pain at the moment. You need to, I don't know, there's probably quite a lot of you watching, but it's in the more of the middle, like the lower shoulder, one of you guys that is watching. So you're being told to burn some eucalyptus and lemon oil in an oil burner, relieve the tension. Okay, can you tell me please, are those that have picked deck 2, is their person thinking of them? I don't count. They just slipped. Are they thinking of them? 2, 3, 4, victory. 5, 6, 7, 2 more. 8, 9, and then I'm going to give you guys, if you've just tuned in, this is my funky deck with the amazing back and the quite freaky front, but the energy is beautiful. Can I have falls to the floor, comes to your door? You've got the same. You've got the same as deck 1. And can I have 2 more for my deck 2, please? And 1 more. Similar, you've got 2 of the same cards as deck 1. Okay, so your person is thinking of you, yes, with the victory card. Your person is going more from thoughts and thinking, moving towards action. So they are working through their shit, for want of a better word. A lot of you aren't in contact with this temperance and with the guy being in blue. Those of you that are in contact, your person is trying to keep balance on this situation at the moment. They're not letting their heart or their head run away with them. They are working out what the right thing to do is for them. They are seeing it from quite a selfish standpoint, sorry to tell you all, but they are thinking it through. A lot of them are missing you, and that longing is becoming really to the forefront of their mind. They are feeling a really big pull towards you, I'm being told, and the thought processes are turning to actions with the 3 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So your person, majority of you, there is movement coming in the next couple of weeks. Okay, unlike deck 1, your person is unlikely to tell you how they feel about you. They're more going to be telling you their actions, not their words. Also, please be aware, if they do come towards you, they might pull back again. So try not to throw your energy and your emotions onto them, because that can make them panic again and run. So keep it really light-hearted, keep it fun, keep it flirty. Let them do the work, let them come to you. They need to get their confidence up, their abilities to believe in themselves up a little bit. A lot of them have got abandonment issues, a lot of them have got isolation issues, a lot of them do not feel that they are good enough. a lot of them have been stuck in a situation and unable to make choices. Again, that's some of your third party guys, that is them. It doesn't mean that they don't love you, it doesn't mean that they don't miss you, it doesn't mean that they're not thinking about you, but they're just feeling that they've done the right thing for all involved and took a step back from the situation. At the moment, their thought processes when they are thinking of you are thinking of the more happy memories rather than the negative ones. Again, they are working out how to communicate with you. What is the best way forward? Some of this deck, you guys are going to have rendezvous if you live near each other. Those of you that don't live near each other will be having communication on the through email, more through email. I just seen email. If it's not email, it'll be some kind of equivalent of social media. Rather than text messaging, it's just how it seems. They are also watching your social media. They are having a period of growth. You got grow over here, the same as deck one. So they've been having this period of growth. They've been trying to put everything into perspective. They've been seeing it from one side, but now they're starting to see it from both sides. They've been digging their talons. I don't know if you call them talons, into the floor, a bit like a rake, trying to rake up all the rubbish, trying to work it all out in their heads. The masculine energy is at the top of this card though, with movement coming forward. Also with the Knight of Swords, this is another card of movement. All your knights are movement. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, quite quick movement for whoever's in this deck. With this deck is split, if this is one person, if this is two people, if you've got two lovers, however your individual situations play out, whichever way you look at it, it's quick movement. One is based on passion, one is based on situation. Now some of them might be panicking that you are moving on without them, which is also good, and they are realising with gratitude that you are the one they want to be with. They are still stuck in, I told you these cards are a bit funny, they are still stuck in this little bit of a cycle. They're still going round in their heads, but it's kind of starting to come through their third eye, going round, and it's starting to come to their mouth. What we need to do is reverse this. No, we don't. We need to revert, no we don't. We need to go from the eye, the third eye, from spiritual intuition, out the mouth. Yeah, we do. We need to get it out the mouth, up to third eye. They need to communicate with you. I can't get my words out then. They need to communicate with you. So that's the situation starting to move forward. You guys that are manifesting, again, you've got manifesting cards. You've got the Magician and Abundance. Tell the universe what you want, not what you don't want. Watch the manifesting video. Do some of the techniques on that. You could do something like, dear universe, I am grateful. No, don't ever say grateful, ever. Dear universe, I am appreciative, because the card says grateful. I am appreciative that Mark or Michael or John or Stephanie or Sarah has got back in touch with me. Thank you, so be it, so it is. Without doing it from a place of I need to hear from them, and you'll get, and it's moving. So with your Knight cards, it's coming in quite quickly. They're realising what they want with the Grave card. It's definitely moving towards action. They are thinking of you. To be fair, most of them can't stop thinking about you in this deck. And again, that's why that card is linking in here. Whichever way they turn, it's either in the third eye or the throat chakra. Communication. So they're going round in a cycle with it. So yeah, they are thinking of you. You ain't got long to wait. Even if you're in a relationship with them, they are still thinking about you. The cards still stand. It will still move forward. They're just weighing up their choices, weighing up the decisions, working out what the best way to move it forward is. And then they will make those moves with the two Knight cards and push the situation forward. And that's it. So if you want to book a private reading, email mysticlovetarot@gmail.com. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's just mysticlovetarot. I'm working through all the subscribers' choices. We've got, well, we ain't got thousands anymore. We've got quite a lot to work through, but I'm going to do another post soon and get a new load up so I can just keep working through them, because it works quite well for you guys as well. So yeah, that's just Mystic Love Tarot on Instagram, and I'll speak to you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.